Welcome back to the channel, guys, and welcome to 2022. This will be the first video I've uploaded this year. I took a week or so off to spend some time with family and do a little bit of traveling, and I hope you guys all enjoyed your New Year and your Christmas or whatever you celebrate. I hope you're able to relax, get some more antiques in Militaria, and hopefully see some family. But today we're going to talk about the M3 trench knife from World War II. But before we do that, I'm going to pour myself a little drink. And the glass I'm using was actually gifted to me by my very good friend Dan over at Grains of Steel. I don't know if you can make that out. I'll do a close-up shot here to show you that. He was able to put my my YouTube logo on the glass for me, and he gave those to me as a little gift. So thank you, Dan. I appreciate you, brother. If anyone needs anything custom built, laser engraved, anything like that, Grains of Steel, Dan, he's your guy. Let's get into the M3 trench knife. So here I've got two examples of the M3 trench knife. This first one here is in the original leather M6 Mills-Co sheath. This guy's a leather sheath with rivets going down here and stitching around there with two steel plates, one on the front, one on the back, so the blade didn't pierce through it. Now, the other one is in the US M8 sheath, which replaced the M6. But the M3 knives themselves, they were produced from 1943 until 1944. And when they were issued to airborne units and rangers. The M3 was a direct replacement for that Mark I 1918 trench knife. It was cheaper to make, saved on resources, and yeah, that kind of stuff. But anyway, and so from 43 to 44, when this was developed, there was it 2,590,000 and 247 of the M3s were made. They were made by a slew of different manufacturers. You had Ariel Cutlery Co., you had W.R. Case and Sons Co., you had Imperial Knife Co., you had PAL Blade and Tool Co., you had Camillus Cutlery Co., you had Robinson Cutlery Co., you had Kinfolks Inc., Utica Cutlery Co., H. Boker and Sons Co., and Ontario Knife Co. When these guys were in 43, they kind of decided to put a barrel ring on them and turn it into the M4 bayonet for the M1 carbine. And that kind of took over and replaced this. And then from there, you had the M4, the M5, the M6, and the M7, which were all bayonets with barrel rings on them and different variations of handles, but essentially the same style blade. So with all that said, this is my best example. This here is in a US M3 Imperial. With the original leather M6 Mills-Co sheath, which I'll talk about the sheaths too. The M6s are exceedingly rare these days. They're very heavily faked. Now this one I got for a steel, but it is also very beat up and it is in rough shape. Now if you could make it out, the leather's in really rough shape, but here it says US M6. The M is cut off from right there, but it says Mills-Co. Then the 1 and the 9 are damaged through there, but 1943. And then right there, you've got a flaming ordnance bomb. US M6 Mills-Co. 1943 flaming ordnance bomb. And also, I did notice it's very faint, but it looks like something's written right there. To me, that looks like H-E-L-L-E-R. And then maybe like another H or M or something. H. Heller, maybe. Again, that's kind of my best guess. It's not easy to make out, but you can definitely see it's something there. But anyways, so you can see that droops down pretty bad without holding it. And then also up here, there's probably like a 1/4 to 1/2 inch missing, where there should be a loop sewn with 2 more rivets, and then one of those little metal hooks going through it that would hook up to the pistol belt. So on this side, you've got some cracking in the leather. So like I said, this is definitely in rough shape, but I got it for a steal, and these are so freaking rare and hard to get. I am not going to complain. It displays well enough, so I will count that as a win. And then the other M3, which was actually the first M3 I ever got. This one's a Utica. So I bought the Utica off eBay. It was the first M3 I ever owned. And unfortunately, I had no idea. It's about, what would you say, 1/2 inch short maybe? And you get these pretty lined up. So my best guess is that at some point the tip could have snapped off and it was reformed and is just a little bit short. There's subtle differences too, like this guy's got 2 not rivets but pins in that pommel there, as to where this guy does not. You still have the flaming ordnance bomb right there. Let's see if this one has one or not. And that one does, but it's right there. Other than that, very similar. Both have part of the guard downturned. The grips are very similar. This one's a little bit thinner right there as far as the leather washers go. Then that one's a little bit thicker and kind of goes all the way up to the top. So you've got a little differences there between just the pommel, how that's attached, and just the grip. Leather washer style, very similar. Blade profile, similar, but again, subtle differences. You've got more of a curve there as opposed to straight. I feel that this secondary edge starts way sooner than this one does. And like I said, that one's just a bit short, but that's not supposed to be that way. I think it just broke and someone reformed the tip. Previous owner at some point. There you have 2 examples of the US M3 plus an original M6 leather sheath and a correct M8 sheath. That's all I've got for you guys. Just a quick little overview of the US M3 fighting knife or trench knife. As you see, the shorter one is actually right there. But yeah, I just wanted to get the first video out for the beginning of the year and welcome everyone back, and look forward to doing this and making this year even better than last year. Hopefully we'll get some new subscribers, we'll get more views, we'll get more guns, more Militaria, more World War I stuff to share with y'all and get better videos, better quality. So that's the goal. I look forward to this year. So I appreciate you guys, and until next time, be good.